Hey guys, it's Calvin Russell here. Today we're going to talk about student loan refund checks exposed. Okay. Alright, so now let's just go straight into it. Now, I went to college back in 2006. Alright, so some of you guys are trying to see how old I am now, so I'm 28. But either way, when I was in school and I got student loans, got approved for them, all that jazz, the problem is that it wasn't until later down the line that I started going back and doing the numbers, and I just started looking at certain things. I said, you know what, something doesn't make sense. Let me break that down and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, now the reason why I'm able to show you guys these numbers is mainly because I've seen it on different perspectives. So let's break it down like this. We're going to do car, because most of you all have financed a car or understand how car financing works. Then you have a home. And then you have refund checks. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Calvin, what in the hell does a refund check have to do, or how are they even similar to these two right here? I'm going to break it down for you. Let's just say you buy a car and you're out the door, taxes and everything, you end up financing about $10,000. Okay? So now, if you're financing $10,000, this means you're out the door. Okay? So now, guess what the bank gives you? So I'm going to go ahead and put this OTD. For those who don't know, I have 6 years of automotive experience. I've sold over 550 cars in less than 4 years. I've helped in finance, and I've also been in management as well too, while I was working for the dealership. Okay, I say that to say I don't know everything about car sales, anything like that. I'm just telling you guys my experience. These are numbers that I see, that I saw all the time. Okay, so out the door, this is included everything. Okay, so now again, if you're financing, the bank is going to give you a loan for guess how much? $10,000, because that's what you were out the door at. That was the price of the car, the taxes, the title, the plates, everything. The bank is going to give you a loan for this amount. Okay? You're probably like, Calvin, duh, right? That's okay. Keep reading. Well, keep watching. Now you buy a home. Again, simple numbers. That's so you guys know. The numbers doesn't necessarily matter, but I want you guys to understand the concept of where I'm going. So now the home is $100,000. Guess what? You want to finance it. The bank is going to give you a loan for guess how much? $100,000. Now again, you got closing costs, down payments, all that stuff, but let's just keep the numbers real simple. Okay? So you're out the door, OTD, and that's, you want to finance it. Of course, call it a mortgage. And you're paying, and of course the bank is going to give you a loan for that amount of money, $100,000. Now let's talk about student loan refund checks. Now, let's say you go to college, okay, and let's say the college costs you, let's go by semester. Let's say your school costs you, I don't know, $12,000 a semester. Okay. Now, what's funny is that of course you have that, that semester. Okay. Then you got your books. Okay, let's just say your books are about 500. I'm gonna keep this real simple. Then you got let's say you got a meal plan. Let's say a meal plan for the semester is about $1,000. Then of course you got your room and board. Let's say that's about $4,000. I'm just making up these numbers as I go. The numbers really don't matter. Watch where I'm going though. So we're gonna say room and B. That's for room and board. Okay, now I'm not gonna add all this up, but watch where I'm going. So you would think, just based on these, right? Because if you're late on your car payment a certain amount of times and you're missing payments, they're going to come and get the car because it's their car. If you're late with your mortgage a certain amount of times, they're going to come and take the house because that's their collateral. Now watch this. Now you would think, you need this amount of money, and the bank's going to give it to you. They're going to give you exactly what you need. But watch this. But with student loans and a refund check, you need a certain amount of money, so I'll go ahead and do the math. What's that? That's 10. That's 22,000. Okay. Now my numbers could be off on that because that can probably already include books and meal and all that stuff. But you guys get the concept. Okay. So you would think that the bank, or let's just say Sally Mae. Gotta love Sally Mae, right? Or the U.S. Department of Education, USDOE. Okay. So now watch this, because I know they're going to be watching this, right? Either way, so now you need that amount of money. Isn't it amazing how they not only give you what you need, but they give you what they call a refund check. let's say they give you a refund check of $3,000, right? So now you're at $25,000. Okay? Now, you're thinking, well, great. I got a refund check. Let me ask you a question. What the hell is that refund from? How is it a refund? A refund is when you buy a pair of shoes, you don't like them, you take the shoes back, you get your money back, called a refund. Okay? How is that money left over? There shouldn't be no money left over. From where does the money come from? It gets better. Now, when you're trying to buy a car, okay, and you're trying to buy a car, let's say you get denied for the auto loan. Now, if you get denied for the auto loan, or just to buy an auto loan in general, oops, hope I didn't bump this too much. So now, if you're buying an auto loan in general, okay, what do you need to buy a car? Number one, you need a job. In most cases, you need a job. Or in this case, we'll just say income. Because everyone has their income from different ways, okay? So you need income. If the income's not there, guess what you need? You need a cosigner. Okay? Now, you also need, guess what else? A credit score. A credit score, right? So let's just say you need all that to buy a car. You need the exact same thing from over here, all this, all that to buy a home. Now to go to school, I'm not knocking the fact that they gave us the money for school. I'm very appreciative of that. The problem is the math that we don't do. So now that's a refund check. Now, mind you, now in most cases, when people go to school, they're going to school when they're about 18 years old. Okay? So let's say 18 years. Okay? How much financial education does the average 18-year-old have? They can do math, but come on. If they're getting a $3,000 check back per semester, do you think they're going to deny that? Not at all. Is it safe to say that $3,000 is an average amount of money that you got back as a refund check? Now, I know there's going to be some dislikers, and they're going to say things like, well, I didn't get a refund check. Okay, sucked for you. But actually, that worked out, but I'm going to break this down. Watch this, though. Now, the average person got this back as a refund check. Okay? Now, when they got this back as a refund check, I would say naturally that's about average. Watch where I'm going. That's per semester. We're going to get another thing right here because I don't want to erase nothing. I don't want any excuse on why you guys don't understand this. Okay? So now, watch this. That's $3,000. So now, if that's $3K per semester, okay? And now let's say it takes, what's that? That's going to be $6,000. Well, let's just do it like this. If you graduate on time, that's 4 years, right? Everyone's time is different. So now you graduate on in 4 years. So that's going to be 8 semesters. Okay? So if you're doing that for 8 semesters, that's going to be 3 times 8. 3,000, because again, it's 3,000 a semester, times 8 semesters. Okay? So now, what does that number come out to? $24,000 in refund checks. Let me ask you a question. Isn't it funny how half the money, this is almost half of what some of you guys owe in student loans. So half the money you owe is in refund checks. What if you would have given that money back? Isn't that something? Isn't it amazing how they give you $3,000 without a job, income, cosigner, or a credit score? You have no history on paying anybody back, yet there is... I'm not talking about the money to go to school. I'm talking about the money that's left over from imaginary refund money. Don't get me wrong. Most people I knew had gotten refund checks. I did the same thing they did. We blew the money. That's what everybody did. Now you get some people that's like, well, I needed the money to live while I was in school. That sounds great. It's not your money. It's not your money. And now that you got to pay all this back, it's like, at what point do we start declining this amount of money? Do you know some people getting back $10,000 in refund checks? Isn't that amazing? If you try to go to the bank, I'm going to bring that over here. Hope you guys can see this. If you tried to go to the bank and get a $3,000 loan, right? Let's just say a business loan, or it could be a personal loan. What are they going to want to see? They're going to want to see what? A business plan, right? You're going to need credit, maybe a cosigner. You're going to need stuff. You guys see where I'm going? I'm not saying that they're setting up people for failure. Possibly. But because I know there's a lot of people that work at financial institutions. Again, I'm not against college in any way, shape, or form. My thing is I'm against stuff like this. See, stuff like this. Now, this is nobody's fault but ours. But what about the parents that don't have to pay a certain amount? Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. What about the parents that are getting a certain amount of money? I mean, they cannot afford to pay their children's student loans while they're in school. Are you guys getting this information? So look at that. That's $25,000, guys. I mean, no, sorry. That's $24,000 in refund checks. That's half of what you guys owe. So my suggestion is give the money back. It's not yours. It's almost like a setup because this sets you back. Think about it. The average person has $50,000 to $60,000 in student loans. I just showed you guys how to pay that stuff off, right? And some of you guys are like, oh my God, I don't even want to do all that. Perfect. Let's just say all this is just crap. Then what is your plan? Exactly. So that's the thing, is that all of it came from money that was left over from nothing at all. Now, so I guess my recommendation, if you plan on sending your kids to school, just when they get that refund check, make sure they send it back. It is not free money. They're going to blow it. I have a family member of mine. He says, well, you know what, Calvin, I need a new laptop. I'm just going to use my refund check. Are you crazy? The thing, again, you don't need a new laptop. You want one because you know you're going to get that money. And most people blew it anyway. Then you have some people that said, well, I'm doing the smart thing and pay my rent up. Pay your rent up. Isn't it amazing? Then when you move off campus, guess what? You just freed up room and board. So now instead of you getting $3,000, guess what you're getting now? $7,000. Ooh. So some people say, you know what? Well, I'm gonna pay up my rent. Oh, pay up your rent. Again, this is not our money. Majority of this money came from money that didn't exist, from a refund that never was there. But either way, if you like this video, like it. If you want to share it, share it. And of course, guys, always subscribe. I got a lot more great videos coming up just like this. And hopefully this will just shed some light on some stuff, guys. So either way, take care. Have a great day.